Hello witches and wizards, and welcome back to another episode where we are going to play a little bit of Harry Potter Magic Awakened. And actually, more than playing, I thought that today we could look into the current meta game of Harry Potter Magic Awakened, specifically for the 1 versus 1 duels. I'm talking about the soft launch European server that we have available for now. So obviously we are at the very beginning of this journey, so I don't think there is like a super defined meta already. However, I was just curious to see if there is, anything we could highlight or find out. Okay, I think we have found it. Top Wizard Solo. Let's look at the first ones. We have Mira Kappa on number 1. And here we're speaking about, solo duels. Let's see if we can see the deck of this person. Information deck blocked. So, unfortunately, and she is level 44 already, which is quite high. But has blocked everything, so we cannot really look into this person's deck. So, let's see the next one, if maybe we have some more information. Let's click on deck. Yeah, this person is not afraid of sharing the secrets of the trade. And yeah, we have Newt Scamander deck, which is obviously focused on creatures summoning. And what to say, there is no legendary, even though for this specific echo you don't really need any legendary, say, to make it work. As long as you have a lot of creatures that you can spam is actually preferable. So we can see he's playing the Niffler just to make sure he can sustain, let's say, a high pressure with a lot of mana generation. Plays the spiders, the snake that I forgot the name, pixies, monster book, centaur, and then we have the fireworks. Partner cards, well, pretty standard. Cassandra is good here because if there is any big threat coming towards, let's say, the field of the side or the half of Newt, he can just place Cassandra to make sure it's being dealt with. This could be any troll or anything big. Then we have the brothers. Those ones are always good, I believe. And then he put Page for the heal. This maybe is arguable, but maybe he doesn't have any other card to play, so he put that one, or maybe it's part of the strategy, I don't know. I think this is a flex spot that could be changed if needed, but for the rest it's quite solid. And of course we have the bombs which are feeding the spiders and the pixies and the monster books. So overall I can see why this deck is being successful right now. Since it's a lot of pressure and it can be very overwhelming for other echoes to actually cope with that amount of creatures summoning. So, good job to you, Shiro. And yeah, another Ravenclaw, and also in the Order of Merlin team. Seems to be one of the most active team in game right now. Let's see Ali Hotter, who is also part of the Order of Merlin. I see the trend here. Those must be like the hardcore players. Also this person not afraid of sharing the deck, which is great. And also here we almost only have common cards, which is typical. He's playing the Harry Potter Echo. You could play the Golden Snitch, obviously, and the Phoenix, but given the state of the game, it's not very easy to get your hands on legendary cards. So I think this is those are the cards he has available, and they're all running pretty well with Echoes, with Harry's Echoes, which is boosting up all the damage for spells that cost 3 mana or less. The snake works fine here because she triggers a little fire snake every time you play a spell. Every time you play a spell. And since Harry is using a lot of little spells, the snake is triggered constantly, which is great. Maybe the only decision here, which I doubt, is maybe the use of Acromantila's Venom, since it's a 4 spells cost and won't be boosted by Harry's passive. However, again, enough spells here to make this deck work. There's maybe space for another spell here, but maybe this person doesn't have another card to play, so he filled it with the Venom, which is fine. You could fill it with anything here, really, I believe, because you have enough spells and AoE in this deck. You could even use another creature if you would want to. Maybe just something to make pressure, or maybe something to tank for you, like a troll. All of these cards could work. Yeah, and in terms of partner cards, also here, really, most people, I believe, don't have yet like crazy legendaries partner cards, or maybe just 1 or 2 if they were super lucky. So you will see a lot of these standard partner cards, even though they're always viable. Strong, again, the brothers. Ivy, very good, can just remove a big threat or make a ton of damage if cast on the summoner or on the echo directly, or on the player. And this one, I believe, was, yeah, Robin. And Robin is the one who summons, yeah, exactly, the AoE bludger that then hits for quite some damage. So not bad. Actually, you can also remember here Ashwinder. That's the name of the snake. I always forget the names. But yeah, good and strong deck, also from Ali. We have Simon Suchti, I believe. Suchti, for who you don't know, oh well, I'm just assuming here, but in German, it's what you would describe like a little addict. Yeah, Suchti. It's like a cute version of saying addict. In this context here, of course, meaning that he is addictive to the game. Yeah, at least. Correct me if I'm wrong, Simon Suchti or Simon Suchti. If yes, I apologize. But let's see if we can have a look at the deck, and we can. And actually, it's the first one who's playing a legendary card, yeah, with Fiendfire, which is obviously a strong card. I believe if you have a legendary like this, you obviously want to play it. He's playing the Hermione Echo, which is halving the cost, I believe, of every third spell, or after you place 3 spells, the cost of the highest spell in your deck is halved. So here it would really be Confringo. It's an unusual choice. Normally, let's say the usual decks with Hermione tend towards having the Thunderstorm, the legendary spell, which costs 6 and then is reduced to 3. And then you play it in combination with the Hermione Granger partner card, who will then copy the last spell you played. So you can play 2 Thunderstorms like simultaneously, and if you're lucky, you can take advantage of Hermione even a second or third time if you manage to keep her alive. But overall, yeah, I mean, she's very high in the rankings, and so she must be doing something right. She also has Ron, and in all honesty, having a partner card like Ron at the current stage is definitely going towards having an additional win condition. Yeah, you can really clean the board with this card, put a lot of pressure, and yeah, turn the tides in your favor. So the combination of these 2 cards makes this deck already very strong, and I think the rest is just there to contemplate a little bit, playing around these 2 cards. So Simon Suchti, good for you. We have Love Hashira. Let's see, she's top 5, what she's playing. So also here, Fiendfire as a legendary card, as well as Draco Malfoy, or the Malfoy gang basically. Used to play this card sometimes. I'm not a huge fan, generally speaking, because as soon as you defeat one of the three, they all disappear. However, if you manage to keep them alive, they are doing a lot of pressure because you have three bodies on the field that are all three doing damage. So quite strong. Again, Brothers and Cassandra, it's pretty standard. So this person is also playing Newt Scamander. And compared to the other deck we saw, this one has a spell inside, playing actually Glacius. Interesting choice. Maybe a tech decision here to counter some of the other decks. But the rest is going again in a very typical Newt Scamander direction. You have your small minions, you have your Niffler to sustain all the pressure you're trying to generate with those little minions. You have your bombs and your pixies and spiders in order to do some AoE damage for cheap, let's say. And here he's also playing Thunderbird, which is giving shields to everything on the field really, or every friendly creature on the field, which is quite strong because, as you can see also in the little video, you may get your Monster Book of Monster saved. And those were already 5 decks, the top 5, but you can see the trend, which is there is not really a meta, even if people are, let's say, relatively high in their level compared to other players. You don't see a lot of legendary decks. You do see a lot of, I believe, let's work with what we have decks, which is also how I'm building my deck as we speak. And this is due to different reasons. First, the game just started, so there is not people did not advance too far to have all the cards, and maybe people are also reluctant to invest real money because the prices right now are atrocious, to say the least. It's really crazy. I think I calculated that in order to get one guaranteed legendary, I think you need to spend $100, something in that direction, to get like the guaranteed legendary, meaning that your pity system activates or triggers after you have 30 pulls in the advanced charms books or keys or whatever it is. So yeah, I'm the queen playing Hermione Granger. She is actually playing Weasley's Wildfire Whizbangs, which is normally how you would play Hermione Granger if you don't have your Thunderstorm. Some people even play both Thunderstorm and Whizbang, but probably this person does not have Thunderstorm, so playing Whizbang, it's actually smart because it is a very high cost and high damage spell, which gets reduced to 50% of the cost. So she will be able to very efficiently put out pressure and make a lot of damage. So I like this version better. And yeah, as you can see, she's only playing spells, a lot of CC, but also a lot of utility spells like teleportation, but also some heal. There's an additional heal. So here it's really just to try to live as long as possible and playing her combo out as often as possible. That's basically the game plan of this deck. And yeah, also here, Order of Merlin. I think this is just like the crazy, currently OP team in Europe at least, being on the top spots of all the solo wizards ranks. Yeah, and with this said, I just wanted to have a quick overview, and I didn't check it myself, so I was genuinely interested of how the meta is looking like, but to be honest, it's not a big surprise. It's more or less what I expected, seeing that most people just have decks that are put together with some thoughts, however not completed because of a lack of cards and resources right now. So thank you so much for watching, and catch you in the next one.